Memory link. Impression formation, recall. Worcestershire blur. A state of stateliness, we should know better. Fostering the reactions, cultivating branched images. Shadow ripples. Every place is tied together. Features, remembrance, evocation. Travel by brick, travel by gold. Find the secrets once hard sought in instants. The mark as indelible in mental form as concrete. Phantom citrus. Scent means something here. It is possible. The green, the orange, such smooth leaves, such smooth skin, to be detected. They join us to unlimited space. This is no love letter, not addressed to the place, but from it to many others, connected by me and fragile rouletting memory, light through globes and into me, to a sky-pierced horizon and familiar walkways.
Before the visitors. Birds chatter. At an open window upstairs, a hand paints frames and sill. Crops of yellow buttercups scatter sun across the fields. My boots scuff memories free in the dust beneath the gravel. White parasols, ladies in lavender strolling, men in breeches bowling. I imagine them pausing to look out through the hall's black gate frame, rectangle of grass, trees, hedges, hills and sky. Maybe children playing. Did buttercups call to them here too? Though my skin's now folded as one who's birthed and nursed her babies, I hear the whisper still. Bury your face in my petals, child. Let me feed you the pollen that roots warm flesh to this earth. Soon more people will saunter up the drive, gasp at the buttercups flinging yellow on the grass, bring children with them back into the house.
Visiting the hall with Mother. Miss Alcock smooths her Sunday satin, wishes that her stomacher had not been laced so tight. A fidget in her lace-trimmed shoes, she smiles by accident at twin black boys in bronze, embarrassed. A captive wasp head buzzes glass. She wants to set him free, to find the parterre flowers, forced to march in rows in box-hedge boxes. Saplings, rigid at attention, can't escape their laurel walls. Miss Alcock, all of 12 years old, wants to run across the park, to fill her pinafore with cherries.
Hanbury Hall. Wealth and sadness fill this house, as ancient spirits gently browse the long gallery. Family tombs, silent on green land, as the painter's hand creates messages on walls. Murals mock the gods. Here culled deer and young ladies lulled by Sir George attend to his every whim, but for him unhappiness, by his own hand slain, a bullet through his brain. Marriages, divorce ran the course of time as the Vernon line moved on. Madness and drink, millions squandered as cats wandered at will. The chandelier watched as boys became girls. Golden curls and dresses caused confusion. Books, untouched for decades, conceal their secrets. Please don't walk on the carpet, the tour guide says.
Lady Doris and her cats. I never trusted that one, the way he marked his scent. He thought himself a lion, invincible. On the prowl he chipped my heart a little more each time. I downsized when I packed my things, halved an existence by space and number, left his gaze to blind me from feral wandering. Later I reclaimed his hall, dulled, almost like chandeliers had dropped their crystal in mourning. He never did learn to care for more than himself. Now mornings begin with purring, fur threading through legs as I sip slowly from my china. Printing over cracks with self-assured paws, they labour with me to make repairs. I know of feline freedom. Set aside spaces high in windows to allow their escape. During night hours I hear them returning. They too call this home.
A room of their own. A gasp of blue. A throat releases inner wishes. Scented bluebells kiss the wall, and the fastened windows catch their breath. The garden pleasures outside. Cut flowers mourn their roots. Their scent wastes the days away. The room holds the mind intact, the door always open.
Achilles' heel. Epic wrath. Chapter and verse retold according to Guide John. Step by step up the cantilever oak staircase, James Thornhill bleeds oaths as he brushes in cyclops, cherubs, armour. Cleanse that mawkin mouth. The housekeeper snites at him with her dustpan and broom. He taunts back by whipping his strokes into touches of fury, paints her features as a scowling harridan. She glares at her face as it haunts her daily tasks, and aims her bristles to spike his ankles. "Bisna thee done yet?" she hounds his concentration, twaddling about. Distracted from his Achilles' heel, the strain of painting fast onto wet plaster, he's felled by his own brushstrokes, leaving the scar of a sword reforged in oil as a spear. How she gloats as its pointed tip digs in. The lady in white. Georgina poses, alone and aloof in sepia, elegantly old and oak-framed like the hall. Her golden wedding and husband Harry absent from the photo. She clasps a curve of white roses in the lace at her breast. Someone bids her smile. The shutter snaps. Their 50 years half caught in that instant, pinned still as the black choker around her neck, or the hair curled up at the back of her head, though white wisps have escaped. Perhaps her wistful expression is an omen of their last decade, her gold band already ungilded. Her eyes, hollowed by years of kindness, and nurturing their children, call to Sir Harry, wherever he is. Bid him unwind her finely coiled hair, run its length through his hands, leave his warmth on her neck. And when she asks him like that, impossible to say no. Journey of the fruit. The soil outside is hungry for rain. In the orangery, shrubs huddle like damp nursery children around an April blossoming of curves and citrus smells. Nestled like mittens strung through leaf coats, globes of orange, lime ovals, white pinches of flower, and green lemons tipping towards plump exotic yellow. Hot safari sands, cocktail cruises, and a slice of Riviera sun are far away from centuries of shadows lined up along the walls, sometimes curtsying, sometimes waiting for orders, as they hold the damp trays which circle each potted base, offering Earl Grey with a hint of squeezed juice, silver spoons glinting on porcelain, beside thin cuts of lemon drizzle.
Treasured parts of our heritage. In the end, we're all handed over to better care, entrusted when we cannot face the day, the wasting, the pain, bone lurking, will shine burnished after that. Our greenery, the plans we set in motion, the fruit of our endeavours, not hot-housed, must only be completed slowly. Years and years we never had, precision we'd abandoned. Elsewhere in the telling, maidenhair ancient and genderized, and the preservation of men made women, Achilles and his babes in arms, the patriarchal pine under illusory mother oak. Stories are the artefacts, tales told to whet the appetites of the mild and the curious. What we preserve, what we build, houses of murals, thoughts expressed internally, shall become strange and alien treasures, to be valued and not understood, to be observed from so far away, restored, maintained, frozen.
Released. The great designer rubbed his chin. Suppose, he said, the timber frame concealed within this Queen Anne hall could wriggle loose. Those tall sash windows, free to stretch their elegance from one side then the other. Suppose those hemispheric arches in the panelled entrance hall could flex their shoulders up and down, rebel against our symmetry. Perhaps the anxious pediment could drop its sandstone eyebrows, shuffle from its centre spot, look down upon clipped cones of box, allowed to sway and paint soft pictures, break the draftsman's rules of chess. If we designed in living curves, with golden section thrown aside, do you suppose that it would mean the death of social order?